Welcome to Bench Racing, presented by CompetitionPlus.com. I'm Brandon Mudd. This episode of Bench Racing is brought to you by Race Strange, hashtag Race Strange. If you're familiar with small tire racing in America, the name Stevie Fast Jackson is one that either gets you pumped up or makes you groan. Either way, this Georgia native talks a lot of smack but backs it up on the drag strip. After being infected with the racing bug at 4 years old, courtesy of his dad letting him push the nitrous button in his 67 Camaro during a street race, Jackson hasn't looked back. A frequent victim of Jackson's verbal assaults is Keith Haney, a racer Stevie respects until they line up.
No, there's no real dislike with Haney. I like to crush him every time. I don't think he's ever outrun me. So I like to slap him around on the racetrack. But he's actually a good dude at heart. You know, a lot of the guys that I talk trash about are actually pretty good dudes. I'd help them on the side of the road. There's some of them that aren't. But no, Haney's a good dude. That's an on-track rivalry. We respect each other enough to know that we can pretty much talk and know that it's all right. You know, he's a pretty good dude. He's helped me some, and, you know, in my pro mod deal, kind of helped them a little bit when they got their radial deal done. But at the end of the day, we want to smash each other's eyeballs out.
Stevie Fast is known for his mouth, but he's also known for the shadow. And what is the shadow?
People love the shadow because you cannot judge its performance by what it is. The shadow is kind of the last of a dying breed of cars that probably won't be around too much longer the way the class is going, but it is a normal car. It is a stock bolt-in front end, stock strut tower, steel body, 100-inch wheelbase car. And when you take a 100-inch wheelbase car and you put a 4,000 horsepower screw blower motor in it and you let me tune it, it's a handful. It's hairy, fun to drive. It rarely goes straight, and most of the time it's got the front end in there, and we do pretty good with it.
When it comes to promotion, few do it like Donald Duck Long, and this year's Lights Out 7 was the perfect example. Jackson was the runner-up at that event, and surprise, surprise, absolutely loves the way the Duck does his business.
He understands that nobody wants to see Little House on the Prairie. Everybody wants to watch everybody roll around in the floor, and his style of promoting is the way he talks. It keeps it interesting. Everybody misses the point that fans could really care less about watching two cars go down the track. It doesn't really matter how fast they run. It matters that the story that's behind the two cars, the people that are in them, rivalries. That's what people come to watch racing. That's what brought people to racing, drag racing, you know, back in the day when it was so popular. And he understands that. There's not a lot of people that do.
Jackson and the PDRA are racing at Maryland International Raceway this weekend in the North-South Shootout. For more information, visit mirdrag.com. And be sure to come back to CompetitionPlus.com next Tuesday and every Tuesday for another edition of Bench Racing, brought to you by Race Strange, hashtag Race Strange.